The end of exclusives? How multi-platform gaming is reshaping the industry. This is a crazy one that I have been talking about for a very long time. And it's like, cloud gaming, we're going to have our own machine. Like, we're going to decide what machine we have. And it's not going to come with an operating system, or it will, but we'll have the option to put our own operating system on it from whoever we choose, whether it be the Xbox Game Hub or like the Steam OS or whoever comes out with their own gaming distro, gaming operating system, because I guarantee you the Linux distros are going to start going crazy as soon as Steam OS is just unlocked and available for free for any device. The video games industry has been going through a number of changes lately that are redefining how we play, from the surge and popularity of retro gaming to the near elimination of physical media games. Things are changing. You don't say, man. Everything's moving to like cloud gaming too. That's another one where we're gonna have the machine and we'll be able to play the games without installing them, and we'll also be able to switch between which operating system we want. So we'll have like multiple games, or some of them will have partnerships with other companies. So you'll have like Steam with Game Pass on there or some shit. Who knows, man? I knows that's where we're headed. We are headed to cloud gaming. Everything's going to be like on a stick or built into your TV or on your phone, and everything will connect to everything. Where was I? From the surge in popularity of retro gaming to the near elimination of physical media games, things are changing. Another thing we are seeing is a reduction in the number of exclusive titles for any particular system, and recent development suggests that the era of exclusivity may be coming to an end. And that's going to be weird, man, because like, what's going to incentivize people to use certain platforms? Like, just how it's set up and the way they market their games? Because if that's the case, I think Steam and GOG are going to win this. So I don't know where this leaves Xbox and PlayStation. They're going to have to step their game up. Xbox has got Game Pass, but PlayStation, their Game Pass, I mean, they got it, but they got good games on there, I guess, but their service just isn't as good and isn't as good looking. And it's a lot more old games. And there's a lot more games on there, you know? It's kind of a lot. But not enough at the same time. Because if there's a limit and there's a lot, then people are overwhelmed. If it's an infinite amount, almost, and like, they can't get to an end even if they tried, then people like that more than if there's like 600 games on your app. Xbox has recently made headlines with its decision to shift away from exclusives. Industry insider Jez Corden reported that, I keep hearing this name, Jez Corden, reported that Microsoft plans to phase out traditional exclusivity, favoring timed exclusives or simultaneous multi-platform releases in their place. This decision is a big change for the company, where games like Halo and Gears of War were Xbox-only experiences for many years. I think Halo was on Windows for a little while, wasn't it? Didn't it come to Windows? I don't know. I don't remember. I remember playing it on Windows. Microsoft's decision aligns with its broader strategy to grow the Xbox ecosystem to contain more titles overall. The company has confirmed plans to bring several first-party titles, including Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush, to rival platforms like PS5 and Nintendo Switch. This move focuses on growing the player base instead of trying to tether them to the hardware. Are we going to be getting Halo on the Switch? That'd be some crazy stuff. Imagine a deal with Xbox, start seeing Legend of Zelda on Game Pass. That might make me get Game Pass. I don't like Nintendo, but that's just too good of a deal. PlayStation and Nintendo, I can't talk. Let me try that again. PlayStation and Nintendo holding the line, while Xbox appears to be embracing a new model. Competitors like PlayStation and Nintendo remain more committed to exclusivity, at least for now. Sony's God of War and The Last of Us franchises, along with Nintendo's iconic Mario and Zelda series, are critical to their brand identity. However, even these companies are dipping their toes into the multi-platform waters. Sony's recent PC ports of Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man are examples of how exclusivity might be changing. Yeah, I got that game, and it's a good game. I would not get it on PlayStation. I would not have got it on PlayStation. And I think that game companies are noticing that Steam and GOG are kind of leading the charge. GOG isn't really, GOG's behind everybody, but it's there, and it ain't going away. And I think that it's gonna be a big competitor to Steam, and Steam better watch out, because as these companies keep getting more and more egregious, people are gonna be wanting control of their games and wanting to own their games more and more. Nintendo has historically resisted such changes, preferring to keep its games as exclusive titles, and gamers even seem to expect it. Yet, as the industry adapts to the demands of streaming and subscription services, we might see even them make some changes. But they'll still have their games, I think, in collectible form on cartridge, and that's where half of their money is probably going to be. Like, you be able to get your Mario games on an Xbox or play them on your phone, but if you want the collectible experience and the original playable experience, you're going to have to buy that cartridge. And it's probably, when it gets to that point, the cartridge itself is probably going to be like $120 or some shit, because it's collectible. What's driving this change? Gamers prefer to play with friends, and they get tired of the platform barrier. Cross-play functionality in games like Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone has demonstrated the demand for interconnected experiences. Do not judge your platforms and your games on those two games. Those are outliers, and if you try and copy those and do what they're doing, you will fail. X-Defiant and other games have shown this. Like, if you're trying to copy what other games are doing, it's not going to work anymore. You're going to have to, like, if you're going to copy a game, you're going to have to copy multiple games and mash them together into a ridiculous, like, weird mashup game of all the genres. That's the only way you're going to be able to copy games anymore. Otherwise, you're going to have to be super original or take the formula of old games and make it new again. Expanding titles to other platforms increases the potential player base and revenue. Publishers recognize the financial benefits of reaching more gamers. Services like Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Extra are reshaping how players access games. The focus is shifting from hardware sales to ecosystem engagement. And the way Nintendo will probably do it is it's not going to be straight up on the Xbox platform. They will have like Nintendo Plus or whatever it's called, Nintendo Premium, where it'll be like a Game Pass, but on the Xbox or on the PlayStation or on Steam. I doubt it will come to Steam. Steam would be the last thing it goes on. The future of exclusivity. As the industry leans into multi-platform releases, the lines between consoles are blurring. Gamers benefit from greater choice. I disagree with this. Lines between consoles are blurring because PCs keep just stepping all over consoles, and it doesn't take long. It only takes a few years and they become outdated, and that's why they have to release like pro models. But Xbox is in this weird area where they have like a half console and a regular console that came out at the same time, and then they have to release a pro model. Are they going to release a pro model for their half model, which would just be the Series X but different? It's like there's too much. There's too much. You should have just released one model with like better storage and like two versions of the one model, and then later on release the Pro. It's just too much. Made it too confusing. And now Cyberpunk, for example, is confused, and games like, I don't know, the Witcher 4, they're going to have some issues. How is Witcher 4 going to be on the Series S? Because if you're going to be on the Series X, you have to be on the Series S. That's the thing with Xbox. And it's just like, I don't see how that's gonna play out. For players, the end of oh wait, no, I did. As the industry leans into multi-platform releases, the lines between consoles are blurring. Gamers benefit from greater choice while developers gain access to larger audiences. However, exclusivity still has its place as a tool for innovation and platform differentiation. The question is not whether exclusives will disappear entirely, but how they will evolve in a rapidly changing gaming landscape. For players, the end of strict exclusivity could signal a golden age of accessibility and interconnectedness. For companies, it's a chance to redefine their identities in an industry where collaboration might just be the key to success. And everybody's just going to have their choice of their hardware. You're going to be able to just go buy a PC and it just act as your console. Just install the console software onto it and then boom, there you go. And that's the way it should have been the whole time. I don't get it. I mean, I do like that we have consoles. It did drive innovation for a while, but now I feel like it's kind of holding like video game graphics back because they're trying to find workarounds to make it look better on older machines, and I don't think we should be doing that. I think we should all be upgrading our machines and using our old machines for other things, like servers.